My name's Katie.
I'm Sam.
Hello. Welcome back to the Two Ghouls podcast.
There is no way that I'm not drunk.
I'm so scared and I'm really high.
That's bullshit.
Oh, just stop moving the fucking flashlight! And die. That's how you would die.
Definitely worse ways, though.
But they only want to shove you if you give them permission. And his rib cage was protruding from his skin.
Oh my god.
I'm like, hey, bring it in, brother.
That little sucker sunk its fangs right into my hand here. But meow.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to Two Ghouls podcast. My name is Katie. This is Joey. Sam is away from the podcast. A lot of you have been keeping up with our personal lives. You understand that we had a loss in the family. Sam's mom and my aunt. So be thinking of her dad, and Danny during this time especially. Tonight, we're going to talk about something really random, but I wanted to say before I start, for those of you who are watching on video, things look a little bit different tonight. I decided to go with an overlay of just our social media and being like, welcome to the stream or whatever the fuck, because I don't know. Joey and I just don't feel like being on camera tonight. And I feel like that's pretty fair after being on camera for how many weeks now? I've been doing this in September of 2022.
Yeah.
Right? Or was it 2021?
2021.
2021. I'm kind of, I just don't want to be on camera tonight. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it. So kind of work with this tonight. For those of you who are on audio, obviously it doesn't matter, but I am going to upload the video to there as well. Let's see. What should we get into? I have an entire Google Doc full of stuff, but before I do, I'm going to go ahead and read the trigger warnings for you guys. Okay, so if descriptive, supposedly true stories centering around gory, real-life topics, paranormal encounters, and or anything surrounding extremely descriptive true narratives involving terror, murders, sexual interactions, mental health, anything violent or potentially cruel in nature is potentially triggering for you, then this podcast is not for you. You've been warned. Also, for those of you who listen on our audio only platforms such as Spotify, especially Spotify, we're super connected on there. Spotify for podcasters. I don't know if you guys have been hearing the new ads that we've been rolling out for Spotify for podcasters, but they really do make it super easy to connect with our listeners. So if you scroll down a little bit, you should be able to see that there is a Q&A down there for what you thought about the episode. Sometimes I'll put in a poll if I'm feeling creative, but pretty much you can go on there and you can give us a review. It would boost our podcast in their algorithm and get us some more spooky friends. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. We would appreciate it. Let us know what you honestly think about the show. We always appreciate constructive criticism, or if you got no problem with us, we'd love to know that too. Let's see. Go to twoghouls.com and I'm going to take you guys with me. Every time I share my screen tonight, you guys are going to be able to see, so don't worry. Let's see here. I'm going to share my entire screen because why not? I'm going to take you to StreamYard for just a second, but let's go back to the show notes. We're going to go to twoghouls.com. Up here in the right-hand corner, you should see merchandise. It will take you to twoghouls.podcast.com, where we sell the Bite Me collection, the Skeletonette collection, which if you're an OG ghoul friend, you know this sticker right here is the shit. This was the first real, thing that I made for the podcast besides our mugs, I think. For those of you who are lucky enough to have a vintage Two Ghouls mug with the orange. Oh my God, I got to show you guys sometime soon one of my mugs. Do we have it in here? I might have it in here for morning coffee and I never took it to the sink. Anyway, I wouldn't be able to show y'all anyway because I'm not on camera. Durr, stupid idiot. But here you can see our Two Ghouls podcast logo is on shirts. It's on hoodies, the Bite Me collection, which is my personal favorite. I actually just ordered this mug in the mail, got it last week. It's the Bite Me collection. You can also get this small, not small hoodie. It goes from extra small to large, and then it comes in a crop hoodie. It comes in pink. Hello? If you're into that thing like me, hello, I'm a Barbie girl. Shout out to the Barbie movie coming out July fucking 21st. And you're going to fucking take me. you're going to take me to the Barbie movie. And you know who I'm going to make sit there with me? My mother, Sam, Brenna, and Sonny. We're all going to watch that movie. Anyway.
Sounds terrible.
I am Barbie. I am Barbie. So I feel like I love Barbie. I bought Sonny her first Barbie doll today. I was like, Sonny, do you want to go pick out a Barbie? She was like, Barbie girl, like this song. And I was like, no, like a Barbie doll. She was like, yeah. Like she always says it like a question. I was like, you got it. We went in there. I let her pick out which one she wanted, although she was more interested in fucking Peppa Pig.
Gross.
Literally, she was playing with the Peppa Pig figurines. And I was like, look at this wall of Barbies. Have you lost your mind? If I saw this when I was a kid, I would be doing backflips into a fucking pool of barbecue sauce right now. I would be flipping out. Anyway, go check out twoghouls.com. Go to twoghouls.podcast.com. Either of those will take you to our site. By the way, on twoghouls.com, we also have a blog down here that is crickets. It's crickets. It's crickets. I know. Some of you remind us that we don't post on our blog, but we have in the past. I think October 10th was the last Tarot Tuesday. But give Sam a break. She's got a lot going on. And has had a lot going on for a long time. But we used to do Tarot Tuesdays. But once we did a blog about crystals, eventually we would love to get back into like writing about loose witchcraft, things like that. Not specifics, but crystals and tarot and things like that. We also have our photo shoot on here from Hollywood Cemetery in Richmond, Virginia. If you guys have ever been, it's a gorgeous, humongous cemetery that I highly recommend going and checking out. It's gorgeous. We have Witchcraft 101, which I just put our Tarot Tuesdays in and all that stuff. We also have, in case I forget to mention this, let's see, can I stop sharing my screen? Yes. We also, hi, Susan. Hi, David. Welcome to the chat, guys. I forgot to say hello to everyone here. We have, what was I about to say? Okay, back up. So go on Facebook. You see it here on our banner right now. We are Two Ghouls Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But specifically, if you go to Facebook, you will find that we have a group of 300, I think it's 214 or 314. I can't remember. However many people are in this group called Ghoul Friends. We started it on Facebook to try and like cultivate a community around the podcast, because we really enjoy sharing like spooky memes. We share scary articles. We share true crime. Literally anything that you need, we have in this group. It's called Ghoul Friends, so you can connect with people that like the same things as you. If you're going through a rough time, post in there and look for some encouragement.
311 members.
Oh, 311 members. My lovey-doveys, Sam and I's love. We love them. We always are posting in there. Eventually, I think we'll get a subreddit, but not right now. You know what I'm saying? So join Ghoul Friends on Facebook. That's technically like our subreddit right now. Anyway, so Joey, I have some fun topics for you tonight. Let's see. It actually feels really good not being on camera because I feel like I can actually be more myself because I'm not worried about how I'm looking right now. So I'm just talking out of my ass, you know what I mean? But let me go to my Google Docs. I just lost it because I was showing y'all twoghouls.com. Okay, this was one that I were talking about, okay?
Bears.
The polar bears, right?
Polar bears are terrifying.
Okay, I'm terrified of all bears, right? Everybody's fucking scared of bears. But polar bears specifically, and Joey said this to me, are more they tend to be more vicious.
They're very, very, very aggressive.
They will hunt you down. Like if they smell you, what were like the statistics that you were telling me about?
Right,
you were like, they can smell through 1 inch of ice, which is wild. So like if they're swimming underneath of you, they can smell you still. What was the actual statistic that you told me?
Keep talking. I'm gonna look that
Anyway, okay, so we found this video on TikTok from, I think it was Joe Rogan. I know a lot of you eye roll, but yeah, he was doing something about polar bears, and some dude was talking about how he like got murdered, or his friend got murdered by it. Obviously, and his friend got murdered, and he was like, yeah, he pulled him under the ice, took him over. I just have to let you guys watch it. But basically his friends had to watch him be eaten alive by a polar bear. So hold on.
Bear's sense of smell is 7 times stronger than a bloodhound. It could smell food from 2 miles away.
That's insane.
The darkest story that I ever heard. I don't know if this is true, but let's pretend it is. There was some sort of an expedition, and their boat hit some ice, and so their boat started sinking. And they had a real problem because the next boat was hours away. So they call in a mayday for the next boat, and they climb out of the boat in time before it sinks, and they get to an ice shelter, like an ice raft.
Like an island, yeah, ledge.
Ice island. And in the distance, they see a polar bear.
Fuck.
And it's many ice island away, but it keeps jumping in the water and getting closer.
Fuck, man.
He's trying to figure out what the fuck they are.
Oh,
And then finally it gets to them, finds out what they are. It's in the ice island next to them, jumps in the water, pops up, grabs one guy. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Fuck. Takes him, kills him, drags him in the water again, goes back on the other ice island, just starts eating him.
And they're just chilling, watching.
wow.
And they're one ice island away, hoping that he doesn't stay hungry after he eats their friend. The darkest.
Okay, that last
Well-
part is so scary. They're like, wow, I hope he gets full belly after
Well,
that guy because I'm next.
Also, with it being a polar bear, like in the Arctic, like anything that they can eat, they're gonna take that opportunity. So it's not even a matter like they see you, they're like, thank goodness dinner showed up, because it might be a bad day for hunting seals. You never know.
Yeah. Can you check to see? Susan is telling me that there was no sound. Can
No,
you
she
give
said
that?
that before you.
Are you sure? Okay, because I was at 6:47. Just making sure that you guys got to watch that bit. I feel like that's throwing me off. I'm so sorry, guys. I feel like the technical issues are like causing me to not have a good conversation with you right now, and I'm really sorry. I need to be like present. Where's the pen? Where's the pen, man? Thank you. This is not what you think it is. There you go. That should calm me down a little bit. So, that spiraled into a conversation with Joey because we do this thing where we watch TikToks at night. Like I'll come into bed, Joey will sit in the bed, and we'll watch the TikToks that we sent each other together because
Throughout
it's
the
like,
day.
we do that. I don't know. It's like a bonding thing. I feel closer to you after you watch the TikToks that I send you and I explain to you why I sent them to you and why they meant
That's
something
why I
to
don't
me.
even try and watch them. I'm like, I'll just.
I know.
wait for
Just
her to
wait till
explain
Joey.
it.
I know. I do the same thing. So anyway, we were doing that, and Joey was like, "Oh, bitch, you don't know about like bears." And I was like, "What? What do you mean? What are you talking about?" You were like, "Yeah, don't you know like the rules about bears?" And we were watching a video, and it was like, if it's white, run out of sight or something. If it's brown, get down. If it's black, attack. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck? All right, okay, so if it's a black bear, attack. A brown bear,
Okay,
get on the
okay.
ground and pretend to be
This
dead.
is according to some dude. I don't know. I think if you see a bear, anything you do is purely your own opinion. You do you.
But you've been around bears before.
Whoa, not like close.
No,
I've
but
been,
you've been in contact with them.
Not in contact.
Yes,
That
you
sounds like I was
have.
shaking hands and eating
No,
hot dogs.
no.
with them.
You've walked up on a bear.
No, not walked up on a bear.
You told me you were passing
No.
them and they looked at you like, bitch, the fuck?
No, we were hiking and we saw bears like on the next hill over from us, like
Oh.
probably 200 yards away, which
Oh, okay.
is
Still.
well within their range of scent. Like
Mm.
they smell 2 miles.
You did tell me that you made eye contact with the mother bear.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
That's
it's,
uncomfy.
and it's yeah. I mean, they have a sense of smell up to like 2 miles, so we were probably 200-300 yards away.
Oh.
They could still easily smell us at that.
I'm scared as fuck. Spencer says warm dinner too. LOL.
Yum yum.
Yeah, bitch. It's warm inside when you eat.
What?
It's kind of like, remember that scene from Star Wars where Luke,
I never watched Star Wars.
was it Han or Luke that cut open that stupid llama looking thing and got inside of its skin and stayed warm in that winter, on that winter planet? That's what that polar bear was doing to that
What is
guy.
it? Hoth.
Hoth.
Trying to think the name of the planet. I never watched the
What?
movies.
You actually watched?
I never watched the movies, but I played Star Wars Battlefront 2. So I know some of the names of
that's
the
funny.
places. Like I know what the AT-ATs and the R2-D2 and all that. But I never watched the movie.
My people's spring holiday is bear waking. It's when families who hunted and fished separately all winter come and congregate when the bears wake up.
It's pretty nifty.
That's nifty. Well, I'm sorry. We didn't mean it like nifty. We meant it like, oh, that's interesting. Han cut it open. Okay, see, I thought it was Luke. I thought I saw Luke's face, but I think I'm seeing that one scene where he was like, "No,
Oh, you big dumb idiot.
it's not true. You're not my dad." I can still see his face.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad. Yeah, he put Luke inside of it to keep him warm. Oh, so Han cut him open and put Luke. He's like, "Go inside, bitch, or you're gonna freeze to death." Yeah, that's what this polar bear was doing with that guy. Like, see, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Joey just stepped away for a second, but I'm going to read you 3 facts about bears. Let's see if I can share a TikTok. This guy is going to talk about it, not me. I'm sorry. I lied to you. The baby is awake. Baby is awake. Life with a baby. Okay, here we go. Share tab audio. Here comes Joey with his, what are you drinking? Truly's? Truly. What flavor? You got to let him know.
This is Wildberry.
Waldberry. You mean wildberry? Waldberry. Hey,
You wanna sip?
what's that thing you look into?
We've already done that.
I gotta ask.
Here's 3 things you need to understand about polar bears. They're one of the few animals that will actively hunt humans, as in track you down and put you on a meal prep if they're desperate enough. And unlike other bears, polar bears are hypercarnivores, meaning they don't do the bugs and berries thing. Now, for them, it's all meat all the time. Which leads to the next fact, and it's that they're bloodhounds on steroids.
Yes.
Polar bear can sniff out a seal for well over 10 miles, and they can even smell one through 3 feet of ice. They'll smell you long before they see you.
3 feet of
So if you
ice.
do see a polar bear, it's probably already too late. There's a good chance it's been plotting on you for years.
That's so
And
scary.
number 3, studies say one way to survive a polar bear encounter is to remove articles of clothing and drop them one at a time. That way the Caucasian killer will get distracted and stop to examine them. Which sounds great until you remember you can't outrun, outswim, or even dig deep enough to hide from one. And they live in hell frozen over. So you either get to freeze to death and die naked, or wait for the bear to eventually track you down like Liam Neeson. Moral of this video, if it's black, attack. If it's brown, get on the ground. If it's white like the president, you finna be heaven sent.
That's crazy. A tauntaun. David said it was a tauntaun. Damn. I feel so bad because I watched Star Wars against my own will. I watched Star Wars against my will because my brothers were so obsessed with it. My dad was too, so they made me watch it. And they had all the fucking Lego Star Wars games. It's a tauntaun. I remember the noise it made when he cut him open.
So that guy was saying what I was saying. If a bear sees you, it's too late. He already, or if you see a bear, he already knows you're there. Like you're.
And the way that picture looked when he was like standing over the baby inside of the cave, I'm screaming. I mean, if I saw that, I would literally die. I would kill myself. You can't outswim
a bear.
You can't dig away from it. They
You
live
can't
in the icy pits of
climb
hell.
up a tree. They shoot up a tree real
Oh, I'm so scared of them. Oh my God, they're so vicious. Oh my God. Okay, so I put in as a pun, the polar bears are cold-blooded murderers. No pun intended. Get it, Joey?
Yes, cold because it's chilly.
So funny. Ha ha ha. That's a knee slapper. Okay, moving on. So that's the last of the TikToks that I wanted to show you guys. Sam has prepared us in the MISC doc. For those of you who know what the MISC doc is, it's where we compile random scary into MISC doc, right? What are you doing?
See how very quick how
you're showing me how bears climb? You send it to me. This and ew, it's so fast.
It's just like
okay. Go on our YouTube and look up running up a.
It looks
ew.
It's on the ground.
She's literally just. There was no effort.
Hesitation.
No, it's effortless. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, so we're saying Sam has prepared us some links here, and we put scary stuff in this miscellaneous that we've told you guys about. We do something called misc dumps. So this is like a mini misc dump, okay? So follow me for this one. This comes from the subreddit Off My Chest, written by Cold Storm 3 months ago. The title says, had to treat my own daughter after a car accident last night because of a drunk driver. I, male 39, am a paramedic. I've seen some crazy as well as scary stuff working as a paramedic. Last night was for sure the worst. It was 10 p.m., getting close to the end of my shift. We got a 911 call about a car accident. When we got the call, I had a bad feeling and I didn't know why. Then we got to the scene. I found out it was my daughter's 16-year-old, by the way, car that got hit. She was in the critical condition, so we had to take her in ASAP. All her vitals were low, and then her heart stopped. We had to revive her. She made it to the hospital. She had 8 broken ribs, which caused a collapsed lung and broken blood vessels, causing her heart to go into sudden cardiac arrest. She also suffered a spinal injury. Doctors aren't even sure if she'll be able to walk again. They put her in a medically induced coma to give her body rest. The man who hit her was driving drunk. The only injuries he suffered were a broken wrist and some bruises. It's so unfair. My sweet 16-year-old daughter, who was just on her way home from work, has to suffer when the drunk driver only suffers from minor injuries. I see it all the time, and it's so unfair. Can you imagine your age?
No, I kind of disassociated while you're reading.
I figured you did. You could have said that. I don't want to force you to things you don't want to listen to. When you hear stories about other people's children, or really other younger people, like people that are younger than you, you're like, wow, they're just a kid.
Yep.
You see them as when you have a baby, you see everyone as a baby. That's the best way that I can put it. It starts to make things way harder to realize, because you're like, wow, when someone killed a girl, they didn't just kill a young girl, they killed someone's fucking daughter. That was their little baby. You know, they killed their son. That was their little infant at one point. There's these innocent, beautiful children in the world that are being brutalized by people in the world. And it's horrifying. So to literally sit here and think about anything like that happening to my kid, oh my God, I would fucking riot. I don't even know what the fuck I could possibly do that would be enough to show how angry I was, or the justice that I would want to receive. That's disgusting. If you drive drunk, you're a literal shithead. And I've said that we've had to live dead ass cut off people in our lives, because we used to party when we were between the ages of like 19 and 21. I'm not going to say that I was drinking young or anything, but we had this one friend, and I straight up told him, and if he listens to this fucking podcast, which I doubt he does, he knows how much of a shithead he is. Listen to this. So we had this guy come to our house a lot of the time. He was super, I think he was really just going through it. He was a very depressed person. And so I would often talk to him. He would be talked to by a lot of friends in our group, and would try to be consoled a lot. So he would come in and out, and he would be drinking. He would drink until he got drunk, which is fine if you do it safely, do it with your friends, do it in your home, do it where you're comfortable, right? There's nothing wrong with it. But he would get in the car and leave, and somehow would miraculously make it home after making me and Joey spend all night looking at our phones, checking his location to see if he made it, or to see if he fucking got stopped or fucking ran into someone. Like, you were literally. Which is
why when he did that, we told him not to come over.
We said, if you do that again, we can't be around you. Like, we do not want. Well, I was like, if you did that coming from my house, I was like, and you killed someone or yourself or hurt somebody, I was like, I do not want to sit with that, knowing that I like allowed that in my life, or allowed you to come to my house knowing that you would fucking leave like that.
What happened was I pretty much just told him, if you go to drive home right now, because we had all been drinking a lot, I was like, if you go to drive home right now instead of sleeping on the sofa, you're never coming back here again. And he left, and that was the last time we ever saw him.
Yep. That was it. He unfriended us on Facebook. We have ran into him on accident twice. We saw him at the gym, and we saw him at fucking Target at like 9 a.m, and it was really weird. You didn't. I did. I ran into him and was just kind of like, oh, and went the other way, you know. But yeah, so I don't know. We have a personal story with people that drive drunk. You're a shithead. You know what's fucking ironic? The bitch fucking got a charge for getting drunk driving. What, like 6 months later? He caused an accident.
He wrecked his.
Yeah, he wrecked his car into someone else. I think the guy is fine.
No, I think he wrecked just by himself.
Oh, did he? Okay. Well, drunk driving.
Yeah.
Fucking drunk driving. You're a shithead. Get off the road. Go home and get drunk. Go find something else to do. You know? Jesus. Kids, man. These kids are out on the road and they're driving around with psychopaths like that.
He was not a kid. He was older than us.
No, I said these kids are driving around. They're getting killed by drunk drivers like him.
I didn't want it to be a misconstrued.
Oh, yes.
Kids. I'm
like, no. He was not a child, that's for sure. And which is so ironic because he acts like one. But anyway, you can tell we're no contact with those people anymore. What else could we get into here? Sam shared another story that comes from the subreddit. Let's see. Oh, I have to burp. Oh, it's not coming out. People with mental disorders. What would you like people to understand better about your condition? This was written by Demeleto. Just want to make sure I give proper credit. This was 3 months ago, written in the Ask Reddit subreddit. Let's see. The comments say, it's tiring. I'm tired all the time. The amount of effort I have to put into being a functional adult is exhausting. Everything is difficult. Nothing is easy or simple. I'm just so tired. Remember we were talking about that on our trip? I'm dealing with that exact thing right now. And I keep being like, oh no, it's just because I'm lazy. Like I need to get off my ass, blah, blah, blah. But like I'm dealing with a hidden illness right now. I don't know what's truly going on. But yeah, same. I am tired all the fucking time. Let's see. Extreme existential anxiety. People say, well, you can't change anything anyway, so why worry? That's why I'm worried. If I could change it, then I would just do that. I'm much better now, but good Lord. ADHD isn't just an outward hyperactivity behavior. It's caused by a delay in neurological growth. It is a neurological disability with a wide spectrum of symptoms and presentations. There can be calm people with ADHD. It can present itself differently, primarily inattentive, hyperactive, impulsive, or combined, which is why many of those people with ADHD are never diagnosed or done so later in life. Inside, your mind is going all the time. You can't think about nothing, or you can't try to think about the blackness when you try to sleep. It affects every conversation, every project and piece of schoolwork or chore at home. It affects every relationship, job, or career you'll ever have. Some can use it as a superpower, but it is indeed a tough and harrowing condition to conquer, even with treatment like medicine and therapy. Nothing ain't scarier than mental health, bitches.
Yeah.
Because it is a fucking battle that you cannot see, but you are still fighting to the death for. I completely understand. As someone that deals with it, Joey deals with it, Sam, I'm sure it's okay that I say that. Sam, I mean, everyone that you know and love probably has something wrong. That sounds really bad, but something going on with their brain. Nobody can really tell except for yourself. So you really have to be your own advocate, you know? Let's check on the chat. What's going on? My dad was a happily practicing alcoholic, says Susan. It's tough. Lost his license, and eventually the cops just put up with it as long as he just went to the store and back. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's awful. Addiction is a real disease as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, going to Reddit. This comes from Ask Reddit, and I'm literally having to go through a wall right now that says, are you 18 and plus? Oh, okay. Teachers of Reddit. This was written by Advanced Bad 4443. Teachers of Reddit. What was the moment you realized this kid is going to be a serial killer one day? Someone commented, went to school with a kid called Michael who strangled himself in class with a shoelace. Like, purple face and forcefully doing it. One time he broke his arm and had a cast, got into an argument with another kid, and he just started bashing him with the broken arm really hard. Oh my God. The teacher tried to get him to leave and go to the principal's office. He refused, so she moved the entire class next door and left him there. So he barricaded the door and started trashing the classroom. The projectile monitors, ripping whiteboards off the wall, flipping tables. After 30 minutes, the police arrived and he was coloring in, bouncing his feet, looking happy, waving to kids outside the window, looking in. The police broke the door down and he jumped on the table and then attacked them. Never saw him again after that one. Dude was nuts. Edit. I remember too, before he barricaded the room, an assistant teacher for kids with issues went in to talk to him and started kicking and punching her. She ran out, and that's when he started barricading the room in a fit of rage. Wow. That is insane. Let's see. Joey, I also really want them to tell you, want you to tell them about how you were just an absolute fucking menace in school as well, because I feel like they don't fucking know. One kid who was 12 was the definition of a sociopath. He just loved to hurt other kids. He one day grabbed the body part of this kid with autism. Wow. This kid with autism shouted with a loud scream and beat the sociopathic kid to a bloody pulp. Sociopath kid recovers after 3 days, is readmitted to our program where he goes back to the same kid just to touch him again down there and gets a second black eye. He never cried. He never got scared. He just loved what he did. What the fuck? That's insane. Hopefully the audio is not going in and out.
Louise.
Spencer. Oh my God. Spencer just said y'all should do an episode on the horrors of lobotomy. Bitch, let me show you a fucking
Those are
TikTok that I
wild.
just watched. Spencer, look at this. Hold on. Let me go find it. I'm going to have to find it on my phone and then I'm going to send it to myself. But there was a TikTok about the lobotomy of, what was her name? One of the Kennedys. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Maybe the name will pop up when I find the video, but I just liked it not that long ago and I want to share it with you. It's very triggering. Because as a woman, I feel like she seemed perfectly normal, right? Before this lobotomy. A lot of people think, and no, I mean, I think that I can say without a doubt that she was just a woman that spoke her mind. And they were like, oh, she's mentally not well.
Hey, back in the day, that was mentally not well.
Right?
Like, man, I can't believe
Isn't
a
that
woman's
so
talking.
fucked? Oh my God. All right, well, guys, you'll have to look up a picture of Rosemary Kennedy because I literally cannot find a fucking picture. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. So Spencer wants us to do a video about the horrors of lobotomy. Boy, that's going to send me into a Sam too. It's going to send both of us into a spiral of being like, wow, what another way to oppress people. Fucking oppress women too. Being like, oh, she's speaking up. It's the same thing that we saw in the witch trials up in Salem, where they were like, oh, she's a witch, aka she's a woman that does what I don't like or does something that I don't agree with religiously or XYZ. You enter the fucking sentence. You enter the fucking blank, right? Fuck that shit. So I guess that's everything. Did you have a good time? I had a good time. This was a fun episode.
Did you want me to do a quick?
Yes! Oh, wait. Yes. You have to come up to the mic for this
Just
one.
one quick
I want it to be
story.
good sound quality, so come close.
One quick story.
One quick story.
I was Are you good?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was a wee lad in 7th grade, I think. I think it was 7th grade.
Don't twist that.
And we were dissecting frogs in science class that week. And I don't know, I was a dickhead. I just always getting in trouble in school. So it was a Friday afternoon, and the frogs were in the classroom, like in the tubs of formaldehyde, because, you know, as long as they're in the tub of formaldehyde, they were fine. But anyways, so Friday afternoon, the bell rings. All the kids are leaving the school, going to the buses. And I knew that my teacher that day had to leave right when we did. 'Cause she had something after school or something like that. And, you know, she always locked the classroom afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, now's my chance. So all the kids run out of the classroom, including her. And I see her lock the door behind her, you know, turn the lights off, lock the door. And she gets like 20 feet away from the door. And I run up to her. I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot my agenda or whatever the crap in the classroom. I was like, can you please give me your keys? I got to run in real fast and go grab it.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, what? I'm like, I need it. The bus is out there. Like, give me the keys. So, oh, okay. And she gave me the keys, and I run in the classroom, take the lid off the frogs. And I don't remember if I just took some of the frogs out and sat them on the counter, or if I just dumped the whole bucket of frogs in the sink so all the formaldehyde would drain and they'd start rotting. It was one of the two, though. Either way, I went back in the classroom and took the frogs out of the formaldehyde so they would start stinking in her classroom. Because I knew,
That's so shitty.
I knew it was Friday, and she wasn't going to see it Friday, obviously. Saturday and Sunday, nobody's going to be at the school. So 2.5 days of frog marinating in that classroom. Man, we came in Monday morning, and you could smell it when you walked in the school. Like, it's just like this putrid, like formaldehyde mixed with some
Oh my god.
horrible smell.
Oh my god.
I never got caught for it.
Wow.
I was too scared to admit to people that I did it.
You were too scared, but you're
Oh, I was scared when I walked in the school and could smell it.
It's
I was like,
bigger than,
oh boy,
it's bigger than I was expecting.
I didn't mean to do all that. That's one of many, many, many bad stories of me in not in high school, in school in general.
Yeah, y'all don't even understand. Joey literally threw a fucking bag of fucking pennies
Whoa.
out of the school bus and literally broke some dude's windshield.
I was
Joey
really,
fucking
really,
made three.
really
How many
young.
teachers was it that quit in a school year, in a semester?
You can't give all the stories at once.
Bitch, y'all don't even know. Joey was a fucking
I'll
menace.
tell the bag of pennies story the next time.
All right, that's fair. We'll have to do like an episode just dedicated to literally your childhood.
Yeah.
Literally
I think I
your
scared the
childhood.
audience. All comments
Everyone's
stopped.
quiet now. No one's saying anything.
Like, man, this dude's
They're like,
a
"Wow,
dick."
this dude's a real dick." No.
No, it's just a bad kid.
Anyway, guys, we'll see you Monday. Joey and I still have to record that, and we're probably going to end up doing it the night before, just like we did last time. Probably drunk, if I had to guess. You guys are going to have to check out last week's episode. She said, Susan says, was there some anger in your heart, dear?
More
Boy,
than
you don't even know. Poor
More
little
than you
Joey.
know.
Poor little Joey. He's been through a lot. We're making jokes out of it because that's what you do when you have trauma, I guess. That's
It's all
what Joey's
good,
taught
though.
me. It's all good. He's good now. We've been to therapy.
Yep, it's good.
Everything's
Moving on.
fine. But anyway, that is it from us before I overshare anything more. I hope that you guys have a lovely rest of your week. Have a good weekend. Be thinking about Sam. Come join us over on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Leave us a review wherever you listen. Come check us out on twoghouls.com, twoghoulspodcast.com. Oh my gosh, David Lynn says we can trade young menace stories sometimes. Sometime. Oh my
Yeah.
god, you need to join. Oh my god, we got David on Marco Polo. You need to join Marco Polo. We all need to just start a group chat with us in it. And oh my god, be besties for the resties. Anyway, see you later, guys. See you later, guys.